that your wife and kids get raped. Putting somebody who was raped
Men paid for her time and left with less than they came with. Blood, breath, and sometimes their names. No one knows where she came from, and no one who's met her twice is still breathing. The cops want to kill her. The city wants a story. She wants whoever comes across her path, and she never grants mercy.
Those men were shot, just shot. And something said, boom, boom, boom. You know, they weren't cut up, they weren't sliced up, no OJ jazz, you know. And he said, I did the most horrendous crime in the whole wide world.
Not true?
I guess not. All they were was shot and left. If it was a horrendous crime, why didn't I shoot them between the eyes, cut their penis off, stick it in their mouth, you know, do all kinds of gross stuff.
Oh my God!
She's been called the damsel of death and the hooker from hell.
All they were was shot and left, you know?
Okay, clearly this bitch is messed up in the head.
Special officer duty.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, I forgot to swallow.
How did we get here?
That's why I don't care if I'm ex.
Abandoned by her teenage mother when she was just 6 months old, Lee was raised by her alcoholic grandmother and a cruel grandfather who regularly beat her with his belt buckle. When she was 2, her father committed suicide in jail, where he was doing time for kidnapping and raping a child. By 13, she'd been raped and was pregnant. At 14, she quit school. And when her grandfather kicked her out of home, Lee Wuornos' life on the road began. From age 15, Lee Wuornos worked prostitution's lowest and most dangerous trade, a hitchhiking hooker turning tricks from exit to exit.
Basically, I'd say I had 5 to 6 guys per day interested. They could be interested in 30, they could be interested in 40, they could be interested for 100. I wasn't too high priced, so I could keep the customers satisfied.
After years of abuse and degradation at the hands of men, a middle-aged man pulled over to pick up Lee Wuornos. That's the first of just 2 facts on which everyone agrees. The way Lee tells it, she was just a hooker trying to turn a trick, and the men knew it. But the state of Florida maintains she tricked her victims by posing as a damsel in distress. The second fact on which everyone agrees is that Lee Wuornos shot them dead. But you've been convicted of killing 7 men.
Everybody's looking at the number.
You killed 7 men, 7 strangers. Does that not make you a serial killer?
So I didn't kill them, did I go out there every day and say, I'm going to kill? If I did, there would be hundreds.
Well, no, it took you 12 months.
And that's a hell of a lot of men I went through before the next jerk came along and used protection, like a condom.
It was self-defense.
Yeah.
Lee, the first one, perhaps, second maybe, but
so
7 times?
So what?
It was from this point the story of the first female serial killer becomes truly perplexing. First, her videotaped confession, she told police. But by the time of her trial, Lee was pleading self-defense. Lee's gay lover, who betrayed her to the police. Do you still want the chair?
I don't deserve to be tormented. So I did what anybody else would do. There's only clemency or the chair. You make your pick, people, because that's the only way it's going to be.